What is your favourite memory as a Rovers fan? Crikey, so many to pick from. I don't know about yourself, but I've got 5 in there straight away.
Yeah.
I've got a title win, I've got a League Cup win, 2 promotions, one at Preston, one at Doncaster, and then there's got to mention the 5-0 win at Burnley. What about yourself?
For me, it's got to be 1995 and seeing Blackburn Rovers lift the Premier League trophy. Amazing memories is that. I was only about 9 or 10 when that happened, so to have that happen at such a young age, it's been amazing.
Favourite memory as a Rovers fan? Well, for me it was the 94-95 season when we won the Premiership.
Well, for me, I don't know what year it was. It was when Morton Pedersen was playing for us. And I came here, my son was only sort of 9 or 10 at the time, and he scored a free kick, and he's always within himself, my son, and he's jumping up and down, he's shouting and hugging me and kissing me. And every time we score now, I still hug and kiss him as well, and he's 25 now.
Well, apart from the titles and the trophies, obviously beating the local rivals 5-0 down here, probably walking into the ground for the first time with my dad, I was totally in awe of the place, and then winning the Premier League title and becoming champions of England in my first season, obviously.
Your first season? What the hell? That is some beginner's luck, that.
Absolutely, yeah. And what about yourself?
My first ever game here was, I think it was like 92. It was a school trip. A bit like, when you see the kids out and about with their school, with their school and that. So it was that.
Mine is 1957, coming to Ewood with my dad and sitting down at Riverside on the pitch. That's my first memory.
My favourite memory is walking out with Sammy Schmaddox as a mascot.
Now my favourite memory will have to be bringing my son to his very, very first game. We just won promotion back to the Championship, so we were against Oxford United, and his face throughout the whole game, it was amazing. Fantastic. And ever since then, he's become a season ticket holder, amazing. So that's my favourite memory.
Match day routine, well, probably get up, have a shower, stick on a Rovers playlist, and then head down to the ground. I'll meet my fiance and my best friends. We'll head into Blues Bar, watch probably the game that's on, check in with the team, chew it over, and then probably swerve the pre-match rain and into the ground.
Mine is waking up and having my breakfast, and then choosing what shirt I have to wear for the match. And then I always go for the same. I'll get a hot dog outside stadium, go meet my mum at Blackburn reception and get a team sheet, and then go in stadium, watch players warm up.
Mine would be getting my uniform ready, setting off, walking to work. I work in Blackburn reception, so I make sure that I've got everything that I need for the day, the wristbands for the boxes, any competition winner tickets that I need to pick up, make sure my headsets are all ready, my batteries are all charged, and then I'm ready to welcome everybody who walks through, including families up into Strikers Lounge.
My routine on a home match is, well, it's all about Rovers that day. Have breakfast, still got Rovers at the back of my mind, and then about an hour and a half before kick-off, we set off from one. We live in Accrington, and every time myself, my son and 2 other people will go into a shop called Manchester Sweet Centre, pre-match samosas we call it, and we have them, and then we drive in, park down the road and walk into the ground. But without samosas, it's not a match day.
I think the biggest challenge I faced was when I was working as a steward. We had wheelchair users that sit on the front row, and obviously the children like to stand on the front apron and watch the game. So my challenge was trying to ask the children to go back to the seats without upsetting the children, so that they're not obstructing the view of the wheelchair users.
It's changed a lot now because everything's so much more accessible for wheelchairs.
For myself, when I was younger, because I don't live in the area for myself, I had to wait for my mum or dad to sort of bring me over on a birthday or a Boxing Day fixture. But I always knew that one day it would be that I would come over on my own. And then I started going to a few away games as well. And then over time, I met my wife through the football. So there's a deep connection with the club running through. and then I've got a pocket of friends that have grown into like a coach full of friends now, and now it's just like there's no chance. It's as much about speaking to the people around me than it is going to watch the lads themselves.
There's not been any major changes over the years. I think the only change that I've got is sometimes, like a few times, you know, during the season, I'll do events before the match. I'm the chair of Proud Rovers, which is the LGBT plus supporters group for Blackburn Rovers. So we tend to do, you know, a few things before matches during the season.
Well, yeah, mine's changed over the years. Like I didn't grow up having someone take me to games, so I used to go like now and again, like a school trip or something like that. But I grew up loving Rovers, and then I always joke that I became a season ticket holder when I became a steward. So when I became a steward around the age of like 16 to 20, like I was here every single game, and I worked all over the stadium. So a lot of time I had that job. You know, the stewards walking along the Riverside stand, just the ones right by the pitch walking. I did that so many times. I loved it. One of my favourite memories was doing that against Arsenal back in when we were in the Premier League, when Mark Hughes was manager and stuff, and we were so good back then. And there's this moment that I remember where I think Arsenal are 2-1 up, and we're just trying to hammer them at the Blackburn and just trying to get that equaliser, like towards the last minute of the game. And then Patrick Vieira just picks the ball up and then just, you know how he is, just glides past like a gazelle, rides a couple of challenges, and I'm almost parallel to him as he just glides past me, and it's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life.
Mine would be, my first match was in 1989, and I started coming with my family. My dad brought me and my brother, and we came to quite a few matches. Then I started coming with my friends. Then I went to come in with my boyfriend, and then it was bringing my family to the games, and then I become a steward, and now I work for Blackburn Rovers full time, so I seem to have gone a big full circle.
For me, actually, for someone from a South Asian heritage, I think it's fantastic to see. I mean, Blackburn Rovers has always been a community club, and to see the crowd change, or the increased representation, if you will, of the local demographics, I think that's lovely to see under the One Rovers philosophy. I think it's such a beautiful concept.
Well, my experience has changed quite a bit, and it's all down to Blackburn Rovers doing what they do in bringing all the communities together. When we used to sit here, we used to see the same people around us all the time, but now I see a much diverse following as well, so people from different communities are actually Rovers fans now, and that's all down to what Rovers have been doing over the last few years.
Crikey. Meeting so many people, so many diverse people. Starting off myself, probably somebody that came on my own to start with, and now, crikey, now I have so many hundreds of people that I speak to, if it just from the staff in the club, which are so supportive and amazing. Meeting new fans, new supporters, current supporters, just everything that I've done through the club has been amazing, yeah.
The club itself, it's so welcoming as well, and everybody's so open to speak to and whatever you as well. And it just makes you proud to be part of a club that's also so inclusive. I mentioned that word before as well, and got my t-shirt here as well. And so many different communities are attracted to Blackburn Rovers here because of what Blackburn Rovers is doing.
First thing, I'm from Blackburn, and I just like the town, like the people here, like the players. Everything's changed, managers and that, but I just like what goes on, especially on match days.
The fans after the final whistle when we win, coming together and cheering.
I'm proud every single match day when we all come together as one community, all the families come together, you see all the friendships that, you know, they've not met up during the week, they come together on a match day, and just seeing it all around the ground just gives me goosebumps and makes me so proud.
We're a close-knit community overall, and that goes for us as Rovers fans as well.
Well, apart from blue and white running through my veins, it's about Blackburn Rovers Community Trust and what they bring to the community.
The work that the club's done to connect with the communities and bring us together and basically say to the town, it doesn't matter where you're from, what your background is, if you support Rovers, you're one of us, you're part of the club, you're part of the community. I love that, and the connection that we have in this small town And the little successes that we've had mean so much to us because we know that we're punching above our weight, and yeah, that makes me super proud.